And good morning from Bud Bakewell Ice Rink inside Riverside Park, just north of downtown Buffalo. All set to go for the 11 a.m. Saturday morning game for Hasek's Heroes. It is Hasek's Heroes against the Amherst Knights this morning. Good morning. My name is Aaron Elpern alongside Sean McHugh from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. And Sean, a bounce-back game opportunity here for Hasek's Heroes. Dropped a tough decision last week against a tough Tonawanda squad. Get another tough assignment here in this Amherst Knights team. They come in with a very strong record into this matchup this morning.
Absolutely, and like you said, Aaron, the Hasek's Heroes will get a chance to rebound, and they're going to have to earn it because they're definitely not stepping down in quality of competition. This Amherst Knights Silver squad comes in here, like you said, with a record of 6-1. They're feeling very good about themselves in Hasek's Heroes. It is their first season. But they're going to get an early challenge in their first season. Let's see how they respond after they have to bounce back from a tough loss.
Yeah, it was a close game last week with Tonawanda throughout the first two periods, a back-and-forth matchup. Tonawanda squad pulled away in the third period of that game. See if we can get the full three-period effort here from the Hasek's Heroes squad. As said, though, a tough matchup here against this Amherst Knights squad, one of these storied youth franchises here in Western New York. Amherst hockey been going on since way back in the days of Audubon and Clearfield as the two rinks, and now we have the Northtown Center four pads there. So a little bit of history in the Amherst Knights program. Certainly some history being made with Hasek's Heroes already, with this first travel team taking place in the Western New York League here this year. So another good test as we are set to go for the opening face-off. Hasek's Heroes facing off against the Amherst Knights this morning.
This should be a good one, too. It's an opportunity. It's a new team versus a storied team, like you said, and this is the opportunity these kids are getting up for. So let's see if it's the old guard that holds the torch or if the new guys in the block make a statement today.
Set to go. Puck is down, and we are underway here from Riverside Park as Amherst and the Hasek's Heroes squad underway. Wilson with the puck early in the offensive zone here for Amherst. Had an opportunity to get a shot on net, just barely missing the net wide, going off the side of the cage. Wilson has control of it in the far corner now. Gets it to a teammate, fires it quickly on goal, sneaks through the pads of the netminder, and it is 1-0 here in the early going in favor of Amherst. Taking that shot, Noah Hopkins, a quick one-time shot there, and that had a lot on it, Sean.
Yeah, really fast start by Amherst. That shot, really good play by Wilson to lead the rush down low. Shot was kind of a spinorama. Brody Simonic got a piece of it, but the shot had some mustard on it, and it squeaks through the 5-hole. And 20 seconds in, the Knights start fast and get a 1-0 lead.
Conversation here between the Hasek's Heroes netminder Brody Simonic and his head coach.
Okay, I was going to say, they dropped the puck with no goalie in the net.
Chat here between head coach Joe Lotempio and his netminder Brody Simonic. As we are here in the early going of action from Riverside Park. About 20 seconds into it here, Amherst getting the game's first goal, a 1-0 lead here early on. As our broadcast this morning is brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. With simulators, lessons, and leagues, Buffalo Golf and Social is the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Locations downtown Buffalo and in Orchard Park. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. Coverage also brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Contact them, 716-856-2872 or militello.com. Continuing the conversation over there at the Hasek's Heroes bench, as we are still here in the early going of this matchup between the Hasek's Heroes 10U squad and this Amherst Knights team. 1-0 early on is the Amherst lead, as we still have a conversation being sorted out over there at the Hasek's Heroes bench. And we have a delayed stoppage here in the early going. So 22 seconds into the action, Amherst getting the game's first goal. Hard shot by Noah Hopkins, getting his squad on the board here, not even 30 seconds into the action. And now just getting some things sorted out on the Hasek's Heroes bench. As we have certainly been happy to be bringing you this coverage throughout the season with this Hasek's Heroes squad. This is something that when it was first presented to us was something that we didn't even bat an eyelash at, didn't even think twice about. It's certainly something that it made perfect sense for the Nickel City Hockey Network to work with Hasek's Heroes, an organization that just tries to do nothing but good for the local hockey community. We view our work at the Nickel City Hockey Network as a positive contribution to the local hockey community, so it was natural to partner with Hasek's Heroes, an organization whose mission is to make hockey dreams come true for Western New York kids, regardless of financial circumstances, and the chances that have been given to kids here at the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink on this Hasek's Heroes new travel squad has certainly elevated what Hasek's Heroes has been giving to the hockey community, and certainly been something that we've been proud to be able to take part of, to be able to enhance the experience of the boys and girls out there on the ice. As seems that we are set to go here with action here in the first period, Hasek's Heroes and the Amherst Knights. 1-0 is the Amherst lead as we are set to go for the neutral zone faceoff. Hasek's Heroes winning control of that. Nathaniel Usiak winning the faceoff, allowing his team to get possession here. Mike Wright now carrying it up the near side. Gets past three defenders, out muscles all three of them and gets a shot away. Nice save there, pad save being made as KJ Stockwell getting the left pad on that one to keep it a 1-0 game in favor of Amherst. Puck comes back across the Amherst blue line, now back into the neutral zone. Alana Kraft is there on the loose puck, trying to play that one forward. Amherst gets it into the offensive zone, however, as it is sitting along the goal line just to the right of the Hasek's Heroes cage. Mike Wright picks it up behind the net, drops a pass off for a teammate, now accepts it again. Playing it up the near side. This one misses a teammate. Will it have enough for icing, however,
Nope.
as it slides slowly into the Amherst zone. No icing as an opportunity for Hasek's Heroes to set something up here in the offensive end.
Hasek's Heroes definitely went with the enforcer on that one, Mike Wright. I mean, that's maybe someone they want to look to drive offense. He kind of got to the net effortlessly. Here he comes again.
Gets the shot in from the point, just barely missing the near post. Had a decent amount on that shot. So, as you said, Sean, maybe a good piece of strategy there. Get a little bit of offense from the back end with big number 21, Mike Wright.
That's an advantage Hasek's Heroes has. Mike Wright is probably the biggest person in the building, much less on the ice. So, and he's skilled. He's got hands, he's got feet, and he's got the puck right here. Let's see what he can do with it.
He likes to have the puck on his stick, too. We've certainly seen that. Not afraid to carry it, not afraid to try to make a move to get a shot away. He's got to play a little defense here as Amherst gets it into the offensive zone. Tried to get that shot from distance. Nice stop there, making sure that one didn't get through. Now Hasek's Heroes setting up that defensive coverage in the near corner.
That is Aubrey Simonik taking the role of the goaltender right now, Brody's sister.
Aubrey Simonik stepping in between the pipes right now as Hasek's Heroes tries to get the goaltending situation sorted out. Alana Kraft picking up a loose puck in the mid-slot. Tries to make a move to get away from one Hasek's Heroes or one Amherst offensive players trying to put some forecheck pressure on. Amherst with control of the puck as they get it deep along the far side. Usiak plays it to Kraft, and now Kraft looking to start the breakout behind the net.
Good outlet by Kraft right here, and they got numbers if they move.
Up the near wall, O'Connor with it, looking for a passing option. Carries it himself and then feeds that pass up to Wright. Wright and O'Connor just getting each other mixed up there just outside the blue line, but they do manage to get that zone entry. Cohen taking it away. That's R.J. Cohen trying to get it up the far side of the rink. Makes a pass attempt, but a good play there on the forecheck by Gareth Jones to knock that puck off the stick and get it into the offensive zone. Some speed up the ice here. This is Wesley O'Connor. Good play by Mike Wright to deny that rush up the near side. Wright and O'Connor now battle for that loose puck below our broadcast position. Comes out to Usiak. Usiak plays it into the near side. Now chases it down along the near boards, looking for a passing option. Drops it off, and then it's played towards the slot. Howell there tries to get a shot away. Two different attempts, and it goes off a skate and inside the far post. Nahan Howell gets the goal for Hasek's Heroes. It's a 1-1 hockey game with 8:27 now left to go in period number one.
Hasek's Heroes has been doing a really nice job with their breakouts, getting through the neutral zone, and it looks like right there at the end, Hasek's Heroes forward gets loose and gets a shot. Looks like it changed directions right on the crease and just sneaks inside the far post, and Hasek's Heroes gets this game tied at 1.
Yeah, the Heroes made sure they got it deep along the near side, gained control along the boards, and then played it out towards the slot. Nahan Howell in a perfect spot and made sure it got the shot on net. It looked like it may have hit a defenseman's skate on the way to the netminder, changing directions, banking in off the far post. It's a 1-1 hockey game as Hasek's Heroes gets the response for the early Amherst goal. puck in the Hasek Heroes zone as Wesley O'Connor gets it deep. RJ Cohen picks it up there along the goal line, looking for a passing option. Tries to sidestep one defender, can't get that pass out in front. Eventually it gets there, though. Wesley O'Connor's shot goes off the side of the net. Loose puck in front of the net, played out of danger towards the near wall. Mallory McDonald getting that puck out of a dangerous spot. McDonald now helps it get out of the zone, as it is Nahan Howell, the goal scorer, making sure it gets into the offensive zone. Amherst wasting no time in getting the puck out of their end. It's unfortunately going to be an icing call against Amherst, as faceoff will come 200 feet back into the night zone with 7:32 left to go in period number 1.
And after getting scored on in the goaltending situation, Hasek's Heroes has upped the pressure and tilted the ice. Let's see if they can get the lead here on this possession.
Our broadcast this morning brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. Hasek's Heroes completing a change here with 7:32 to go in the first period. Puck is down. Hasek's Heroes getting control off the faceoff. Bit of a battle for that loose puck, about 5 steps inside the blue line. Wright plays it forward, now trying to hunt down that loose puck against the near wall. Puck is played back towards the point, and now out of the zone as Alana Kraft goes to hunt it down in the neutral zone. Plays it back across the blue line. Mike Wright had yet to clear the zone, however, so that will be an offsides call with 7:13 now remaining in period number 1. A 1-1 score between Hasek's Heroes and the Amherst Knights.
Bit of an icing here, that hybrid offsides rule here, as once the puck crosses the line, if anyone's offsides, it blows the play dead. That is something you see a lot of at this level. Let's see if maybe that's going to slow the game down, or maybe teams will be able to avoid the blue line so they can keep the flow going.
Hasek's Heroes gaining control and getting it dumped into the offensive zone. Pass comes through the upper slot area. Mike Wright intercepting it. Now tries to sidestep a couple different defenders. Good play by RJ Cohen to intercept that. Path towards the net and play it up ice towards a teammate. In the neutral zone, Mike Wright back checking hard there. Takes that puck away from an Amherst player. Played up the near boards, though, as Amherst gets it into the offensive zone. As that is Libby Riggy putting on the pressure in the near corner. Puck played up the near wall as Hasek's Heroes trying to get the puck out of the zone. 2 different Amherst players intercept it, though, as they try to keep the puck in. Mike Wright, though, taking it away and skating it through center ice. Wright sidestepping 2 different defenders. Now has a lane through the middle of the ice. Wright takes the shot. Really nice save. KJ Stockwell getting a pad on that one, keeping it a 1-1 game.
There's the key right there for Hasek's Heroes. There's who you want driving the play. He is knifing through that defense. And I expect to see a lot more of Mike Wright driving play from the back end.
Like that change of pace there as he picked up the puck and slammed it into high gear, but then slowed down a little bit. Sidestep one defender, sidesteps another one here. Looking for that shot, just can't get it on net as it goes into the far corner. Hasek's Heroes now trying to run down that loose puck as Amherst tries to clear the zone. Libby Riggy getting it out of the zone as she tries to get it up the far boards. Bit of help over there to move it up ice, but it comes back towards the middle of the rink as it's going to be Wright carrying it in across the blue line. Can't quite get coordinated with a teammate there to bring it in on sides, and this one will be an offsides call against Hasek's Heroes. Both teams making some changes now with 5:35 to go in first period play. A 1-1 hockey game. Amherst getting on the board first. Hasek's Heroes getting the answer about halfway through the period.
Looks like Hasek's Heroes is about to burn a timeout. Joe Latempio is urgently getting the referee's attention. Looks like we're going to get a timeout here. I wonder if they got a goalie suited up.
Yes, Hasek's Heroes being awarded a timeout here. So as Hasek's Heroes gets the personnel situation squared away and chats about things on their bench, we'll step away here on the Nickel City Hockey Network. 5:35 left to go in period number 1. It is a 1-1 hockey game between Hasek's Heroes and the Amherst Knights.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
And back at the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink inside Riverside Park, just north of downtown Buffalo, as we are set to go here with the continuation of period number 1. Hasek's Heroes using their timeout to try to get the personnel goaltending situation squared away. That was Brody Simonik having to leave the game here early, as Hasek's Heroes now trying to get another netminder dressed and ready to go for the continuation of this one. It's a 1-1 hockey game, as the Amherst Knights Silver Squad is the opponent here today. Amherst coming in with a record of 6-1, very impressive record, facing off against the Hasek's Heroes squad, 3-2-1 on the season for the team in blue and gold. As we are now almost set to go here with the continuation of period number 1, 5:35 remaining in this first period. As we have been certainly proud to be bringing you these games here on the Nickel City Hockey Network. The Hasek's Heroes squad, as their first year in the Travel League, and joining them alongside the Hasek's Heroes squad in the Travel League, us here at the Nickel City Hockey Network, happy to be bringing these broadcasts and adding a little bit of added enhancement to the experience of those that are playing the game out there on the ice. Set to go here for this neutral zone face-off. Aaron Elpern and Sean McHugh joining you here in the Nickel City Hockey Network for the call this morning. Puck is down as we have a collision in front of the scorer's box.
Oh, he's a couple years ahead of his development with that play. That was a nice little step and a good little shoulder play, but here's a chance.
Puck inside the offensive zone here for Amherst. Shot taken off the side of the net as they find possession there in the far corner. Seville Dure circling the net. He takes the shot. And he gets it into the back of the net. It is now a 2-1 game, as Daniel Seville Dure makes it a 2-1 score in favor of Amherst. As we have the new netminder in net for Hasek's Heroes now, as we are set to go here for the full complement of players in blue. 2-1 is the score in favor of the Amherst Knights, as they use that offensive zone pressure to set up play in front of the net. The wraparound chance for Seville Dure, making it a 2-1 score.
Nice play there by Seville Dure to have the awareness to pop out quick enough. He tucks it into the bar. Amherst, when they get possession of the puck, they are very, very good at finding the open man and creating offense.
And making plays happen in small areas, getting their feet moving quickly while carrying the puck. That's one of the hardest things to do as a young hockey player. It's one thing to be able to handle the puck, another thing to be able to skate. Combining the two is something that young hockey players sometimes struggle with. Impressive to see it from some of these Amherst players so far. Daniel Seville Dure now looking to do it again as he has the puck here in the near corner.
Just right on cue, Aaron. Like, you see that start and stop he's got?
Very impressive play, but equally impressive defense from the two different Hasek's Heroes players. The side-by-side coverage to get control of that puck, and now it's going to be McDonald carrying it up the near side. That's Mallory McDonald getting into the offensive zone for Hasek's Heroes. McDonald goes to the ice and can't keep control of it, as taking the puck away is Nate Pekarski. Pekarski drops a pass off as Amherst plays it up the far wall. This one's going to go for icing on the play, and it will come back into the Amherst zone as we have 4:06 to go in period number 1. Now a 2-1 lead in favor of the Amherst Knights.
Yeah, but again, looks like Hasek's Heroes, immediately after they get scored on, their response is pedal to the metal, and they immediately head back in the Amherst Knights zone to try to create some offense.
And as they're trying to create that offense, no surprise to see Mike Wright, as we were talking about him earlier on. He's back there at the left point, sliding into a more offensive position here on this face-off.
Do you think he wants to shoot this puck, Aaron?
I think that's what's on his mind, that's for certain.
It's not a bad play if you're Hasek's Heroes.
See if they can get the face-off back to him. Hasek's Heroes gets a shot away right off the face-off. That was Karalunas trying to let that one go from the hash marks. Can't quite get it on goal.
Yes.
Hasek's finds control of it, though, and the shot comes in from the midpoint. Lazor just barely missing the net with that one. Maybe one of the Amherst defenders got enough of a piece of that one to get the deflection to send it wide.
That's a great play. Look at this.
Stretch pass to O'Connor, and he's in behind the defense. Wesley O'Connor rips the hard shot. Great save to deny the opportunity, and it stays a 2-1 hockey game. Let's get a look at who's the new goaltender in net. That is Gabriel Mason making the stop. That's a tough first shot to have to face as Mason makes the stop on the breakaway. And it looks like we have a penalty coming up here to Hasek's Heroes. Mike Wright chasing on that play. Guilty of the infraction on that.
He and O'Connor had some words after that, too.
Wesley O'Connor, the player there with the opportunity on the breakaway. O'Connor and Wright chatting a little bit after the fact. It's going to be a 1:30 power play coming up here for the Amherst squad.
That was a ridiculous stretch pass for that breakout. That's high hockey IQ at any level. That was something.
The touch pass to have it with enough on it to get it past the defenseman, but not too much on it to send it the length of the ice for icing. That sat perfectly for O'Connor to run down.
Mason had to make a really nice save on that, too. O'Connor got the shot off.
It was a great save that Mason made, coming in cold, not having faced a shot during warm-ups. So very impressive right there. We'll see if this one goes for icing. It just slowly rolling towards the goal line, waved off in this case.
Here comes the forecheck, though.
Hasek's Heroes trying to take advantage of the icing being waved off as they set up a little bit of pressure here in the offensive zone. Amherst finding control, but they can't get it out of the zone in that first attempt. R.J. Cohen tries to get it out with a second different attempt, but it's kept in again there for at least a moment before it's sent back out to the neutral zone. Aubrey Simonik now looking to send it back into the Amherst end. First 40 seconds of the penalty killed off.
Man, Aubrey Simonik is playing a complete game today, isn't she?
Hopped into the net to fill the role there. Now she's playing some tough defense. Gets a little bit of help on that play from Lazor as they set up the good penalty kill structure there to keep that pass from getting to the front of the net. 34 seconds to go in the Amherst power play as it's going to be Wilson driving towards the front. Takes the shot and gets it. Can't get it past the netminder as that is two grade A saves for Gabriel Mason coming into this game and denying the Amherst opportunities. You're not going to find two tougher saves to make in a game all day long here this morning.
Off the bench.
And Mason comes in cold and makes both of those stops, keeps this one a 2-1 hockey game.
That was a smart play by Amherst, too. They got him moving and tried to go back the opposite way, and he stuck his leg out and made the save. I mean, Mason coming in cold, keeping it
I think half the crowd thought that was a goal.
Yeah, I think the scorekeeper did
too. The scorekeeper thought it was a goal. The penalty was released. It's up there on the board as 3-1 currently. Mike Wright was back to the bench. They got to get the penalty back up on the board and a little bit of bookkeeping work here. But
that's for them to deal with.
28 seconds to go on the power play as Hasek's Heroes tries to gain control here to kill off the last little bit of time here on this PK. Puck sent down low. Alana Kraft down there to try to gain control. Clearing attempt, can't get it out of the zone though. Amherst tries to set up some pressure down low. Good pressure defense there along the goal line to make sure there was no shot taken there from Amherst as they had possession along the goal line. 3 seconds to go in the penalty kill as Hasek's Heroes clears the zone.
Great kill.
2 minutes to go in the period as Riggy picking it up just inside of her own blue line. Has it just along the hash marks there as a couple players go to the ice. O'Sullivan picking it up and letting a shot go, just barely missing the near post. Jones plays it down low for Hasek's Heroes as they look to gain a little bit of momentum after that penalty kill. It's going to be Amherst finding possession, though, in the near corner, playing it back towards the point. Alana Kraft over there trying to keep it in. Good play by the Amherst player just to create that loose puck and get it up ice to a teammate. Now it's going to be Libby Riggy into the offensive end. Riggy with a move just inside the blue line, plays it towards the dot on the far side. Now it comes right back to Riggy just inside the blue line. Riggy skating with it towards the slot. Good tight defense there from Hasek's Heroes. That was O'Connor making sure that there was no line towards the mid-slot. O'Connor gets it into the offensive zone, now putting on some pressure as we have 1:07 to go in the period.
Is that going to get there? Yes, it is.
Puck played back into the Hasek's Heroes zone. That one will have just enough on it to go for icing. As Alana Kraft going down there, making sure that she was in a good position defensively, just in case icing was waved off on that play. Faceoff will come all the way back into the Amherst zone. As our broadcast this morning brought to you by 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. From broadcast to social, print to digital, the 412 Communications team has 40-plus years of experience. Put their experience to work for you, 412communications.com. 56 seconds to go in the period. It's a nice play by McDonald just inside the blue line to keep that puck in for Hasek's Heroes. That was Marlo McDonald making that play just inside the blue line. Gives an opportunity for Mike Wright to get a shot from the far side of the mid-slot. Nice save there, as that is the third tough stop that KJ Stockwell has had to make in the first period. Another shot by Wright. Stockwell makes another stop, now pins it to the side of the net. Getting the whistle with 32.8 seconds to go in the period. A little bit of an offensive push here from Hasek's Heroes late in the period. KJ Stockwell, though, making the saves to match the saves made on the other side by Gabriel Mason.
Yeah, KJ Stockwell, 2 sprawling saves to keep it a one goal allowed here for the Amherst Knights. But Wright's going to continue to try and get a push here for a late period goal, and they're getting opportunities for it.
Yeah, that shot just barely missing the net. Mallory McDonald on the backhand had a lot on it, but couldn't get it on the cage. Now a late opportunity here for Amherst. Towards the front of the net, aggressive net minding by Mason. He tries to get the poke check, got enough of it to at least deflect it, but couldn't keep it from getting past him. And it's Teddy Wilson getting the goal to make it a 3-1 hockey game. Teddy Wilson with some speed up the left wing, got around the defender and drove hard towards the front of the net, and maybe the speed of that play was enough to get the momentum of that puck to get to the back of the net.
Yeah, that was a great rush, and again, that stretch play by the Amherst Knights, that's working for them. And right there, Teddy Cohen gets in all alone, puts a nice move on the goaltender with some power to finish, and it's a 3-1 Amherst Knights lead.
Amherst taking advantage of the opportunity there late in the period. 8 seconds to go in the frame. They're going to try to get one last opportunity, as it's going to be Seville Duray along the goal line. Tries to take the shot from a tough angle. Good tight defense there. Alana Kraft cutting off the path to the front of the net. Getting stick on puck to keep that one from getting in on goal. And that will be the end of period number 1. We'll step away here for a brief break. Our score is Amherst 3 and Hasek's Heroes 1 after 1 period of play. You're watching live coverage of Hasek's Heroes hockey on the Nickel City Hockey Network.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
And back here at the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink as we are set to go for period number 2. Puck into the Amherst zone as it's going to be a quick loose puck created. Hasek's trying to create some offensive opportunity here quickly in the start of the period. Amherst finding control though. It's RJ Cohen picking it up and trying to skate it up the near side. Good hard back pressure there. Ethan Lazor making sure that there was no path up the ice on the near side. Got the stick lift and created that loose puck. Now Hasek's trying to create a little bit of pressure along the near boards. Puck is picked up. Alana Kraft unable to keep it in the zone. A one-handed pass along the blue line, getting it across to Simonik. As unable to clear the zone in that case was the Heroes squad, as we're going to have an offsides play, a face-off coming up in the neutral zone. 11:22 left to go here in period number 2.
That might have been necessary by Kraft because she had pressure everywhere. She just had to get rid of it so nothing went the other way.
Face-off right in front of the Hasek's Heroes bench as Heroes making some changes here in the early going of period number 2. O'Sullivan on for the face-off, winning control, but it ends up right on the stick of RJ Cohen. Cohen tries to carry it in, but some good pressure defensively from Hasek's Heroes. As the loose puck is created, it comes back across the blue line into center ice and then back into the offensive zone. That one's going to be an offsides call. As we now have 11:13 to go in the second period. Face-off will be right in front of the Amherst bench. Wesley O'Connor on for the draw with his father Andrew O'Connor watching from the bench. Somebody that I grew up playing a little bit of hockey with. Always fun to see some of those familiar faces here in the building of the hockey community that sticks together throughout the years. Somebody that I played hockey with is at this age, now coaching his son here in the Amherst squad. And interesting to get to see that and starting to see a little bit of the history coming together, at least for me personally here. And good to see Coach O'Connor and his son out there. Good positive contribution on the ice already. He had that chance in the first period.
Always cool to see just the generations of hockey because I think the other side of the ice, Kevin O'Connor, his father, Kevin Sr., is someone I play with. And it just to see what this game, the effect it has on the community, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's also a stark realization that, Aaron, we are in fact old.
I think that's okay. We can. I've come to accept that fact. And,
Well, if that makes one of us, I haven't.
We'll look to enjoy the nice parts about that and seeing the kids of people we grew up playing youth hockey with now playing as opposed to the negative possibilities there. There's Wesley O'Connor with an opportunity in tight. Great save, Gabriel Mason, who has been stellar since coming into the game here midway through the first period.
Yeah, he's been spectacular. I mean, no warm-up, just got called into duty. Here comes Mike Wright.
Mike Wright with some speed up the far side. A little bit of tough defense there from
Nice
Wesley
save.
O'Connor. That gives just a little bit of harassment on that shot, made it that much more difficult for Wright to get a lot on that. Really good save, though, by KJ Stockwell. Again, that's, I think, 4 now, those high-grade chances that Stockwell's made good saves on.
It's going to be a 5th.
Wright's shot doesn't quite get a lot on that. It ends up going wide of the net, but Hasek's Heroes getting it right back in front of the net quickly. Can't get that second shot away. Amherst clearing the zone as we have 9:20 to go in the period. Puck along the Hasek's Heroes blue line. Mike Wright picking it up, now circling, looking to take it back up ice. Evades one defender, now has a lane up the left wing. Right across the blue line, perfectly coordinating that one with Usiak to make sure they didn't go in off sides. It's going to be Amherst finding possession, though, below the goal line, as this is going to be Nick Schodel sending that pass up the far side, now played towards the slot. That pass is intercepted, though, as it's going to be Mallory McDonald looking to set up some offense. McDonald gets some help from Chevalier as it's played towards the front of the net. Puck comes to the boards as Hasek's Heroes again find some possession. Good offensive push here from the team in blue as they've had it in the offensive zone for about 30 seconds now. Amherst, though, clearing the zone. Foot race here in the, foot race and a battle there at center ice as that was McDonald and Riggy going back for that loose puck. Both of them putting some hard battle into that one as it ends up coming into the Amherst zone off sides. 8:29 to go in period number 2. 3-1 is still the lead in favor of the Amherst Knights.
Yeah, Melanie McDonald's playing a tough game today, too. That's the 3rd time she stuck a shoulder into somebody winning a puck battle. So she's definitely grinding one out, trying to keep Hasek's Heroes in this game.
1-0 early in this game in favor of Amherst. Hasek's Heroes getting the game tied up. The last 2 goals, however, have belonged to the team in white, red, and black, and now they might get a breakaway opportunity if they can be quick about it. Seville Dure with 2 defenders harassing.
Awesome
really
back check.
good
Did
play.
they get it? They get away clean? Yes, they did. Good back check.
No penalty called there as enough of a tie-up was made on that play to keep the scoring opportunity from coming together. I believe that was Robert Chevalier making that play defensively to keep Amherst from getting that golden opportunity. Offsides play is called in the aftermath, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off with 8:09 to go in the period. 3-1 remains the score in favor of the Amherst Knights. And our second period coverage brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social. Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's best destination for year-round practice and instruction, with locations in downtown Buffalo and in Orchard Park. Liam Karalunas finding a loose puck just inside of his own blue line, playing it up ice, draws a penalty here and might have set up Lazuri for an opportunity. Lazuri takes the shot after finding the loose puck past the netminder, and it is now a 3-2 hockey game as Hasek's Heroes using the speed out of their own zone and then the speed to hunt down that loose puck to draw within 1.
Liam Karalunas made that play. He got sandwiched by 2 forecheckers, flips it ahead, sends the breakout, and then an absolute howitzer of a shot finds the back of the net, and Hasek's Heroes pulls to within 1.
Ethan Lazuri making that play pay off as Karalunas taking that contact to get the puck up ice. Ended up playing it to the absolute perfect area for Lazuri to hunt it down, and perfect shot taken there to get it past the netminder. That was the type of shot that it looks like it's going to take to get one past Stockwell. Had a ton on it, and that's seems to be what the recipe is, as all of the previous hard shots have been turned away by Stockwell here so far. 3-2 now our score. Hasek's Heroes finding possession. Aubrey Simonik playing it up the far side. Good play to intercept that one. That was Wilson intercepting it and playing it towards the front of the net.
It was blocked. I was going to say, that would have been an amazing save.
Yeah, Seville Dure getting the shot away. One of the defenders making the block on the play. And now it's going to be Karalunas sidestepping a defender and moving it up ice for Hasek's Heroes. can't quite hunt it down to get an offensive opportunity out of it, as Amherst now trying to get it out of the zone. Here's Wilson again, trying to carry it up the far side. Most recent Hasek's Heroes goal scorer, Ethan Lazori, making a play there to create a turnover.
Oh, there's that edge work again.
Seville Dure pivoting and skating it up the near side. Some back pressure, though, coming from Wojciechowski, as Seville Dure has to hunt it down along the near boards, gets a hard shot away from just outside the near dot. Good save made by Gabriel Mason. That's 4 solid saves so far by Mason here since coming into the action about halfway through the first period. Into the Amherst zone as the netminder KJ Stockwell falls on that one, forcing a whistle and giving both teams an opportunity to make some changes. 6:27 to go in the second period. Hasek's Heroes clawing their way back into this one. It was 3-1 after one period of play. Only goal here in this period belongs to the Heroes as they now look for the equalizer here with this offensive zone faceoff coming up.
Yeah, and the Heroes have been putting on some pressure of late. They've been actually putting on pressure the entire second period with 6.5 to go. Let's see if they can get this game tied.
Puck comes back to the point. Mike Wright can't quite settle it down to keep it in the zone. Comes across the blue line, but just barely offsides are the Hasek's Heroes team, as we'll have a neutral zone faceoff in front of the Heroes bench. 6:27 now remaining in period number 2. As on for this faceoff, it's going to be O'Connor and O'Connor.
Well, it was only a matter of time before that happened.
O'Connor wins the draw.
You cheated.
I know. It was
You
kind of a scramble face-off. You could make the argument neither one of them won it there. Let's see if we get the repeat of O'Connor versus O'Connor.
We're going to get it.
Wesley O'Connor and Kevin O'Connor. Wesley O'Connor in white, Kevin O'Connor in blue.
And Kevin wins it.
Or Wesley wins it. Neither team really has possession. Kevin O'Connor finds it, gets it towards the net. Stockwell sets it up for a defender. Nice play there to stop and change directions with that one. Jackson Cohen, nifty play there with the stop and start move to force it up the near side. He's got control of it now behind the net. Again looks for that play. Good pressure, though, from the forecheckers for Hasek's Heroes to create a loose puck. Mike Wright getting that pass back to the point. Chevalier can't quite handle that one, and now it's going to be Wesley O'Connor with some speed up the near wall. Wesley O'Connor maybe has a half a step on the defender, takes the shot. See if Mason made the stop. Yes,
got it.
Mason did make the save. Couldn't quite tell where it was there for a moment. Everybody had to look around and find the location of the puck. Eventually lifted up the pad to show that he had made the stop, and the faceoff will be coming up here in the Hasek's Heroes zone, and it stays a 3-2 hockey game.
Mason again keeping his team in the game, keeping it a one-goal contest. Because Hasek's Heroes had tons of pressure, but they got the save when they needed it right there.
Had 5 goals scored about halfway through this game so far. You would make the case it's been an offensive game, but with some of the saves made on both ends of the rink by Stockwell for Amherst, by Mason for Hasek's Heroes, it's you can make the case that this has been a goaltender's duel as much as it's been an offensive performance from the two sides. Schodel tries to get a shot towards the net. Good tight defense there by Usiak to get a stick on puck there and to keep that shot from getting in on goal. Libby Riggy, though, finds control of it and gets it into the far corner. Hasek's now trying to get the breakout here up the near side. This is going to be Mallory McDonald skating it up the near boards. Gets it past one defender, gets it up to Usiak just inside the blue line. Usiak and Riggy battle each other for that loose puck. Both players go to the ice as it comes back towards the blue line. Alana Kraft trying to set it up there. Backhand pass, can't quite get it to a teammate. Nahan Howell, though, playing it forward as it comes back to the point. Nice play along the blue line. Aubrey Simona keeping that one in, trying to get a shot away. Can't get it past the Amherst defender to get it in on goal. Amherst finding possession now behind the net. Looking for a passing option on the near side was Nate Pekarski towards the front of the net as now Schodel picks it up there for Amherst. Schodel plays it up ice. Libby Riggy now trying to hunt that one down. Riggy with Alana Kraft keeping an eye on. Riggy's shot doesn't get through. Good defense there by number 25, keeping that shot from getting to the netminder. Now Hasek's Heroes trying to clear the zone, but it's Pekarski there quickly over to the blue line to keep it in. Puck up the near side as it's going to be Mallory McDonald trying to get to that one, but it is Jackson Cohen the first one to it. That's the offsides call.
They can let that one go, I think.
Riggy almost clearing the zone, about a stride and a half from getting out. by rule, though. That is the no-touch offsides rule. So we have the unfortunate slowdown of the game, but it gives both teams a chance to get the proper personnel out there for this next face-off. And it's going to come with 4:09 to go here in second period play. Wojciechowski playing that one forward. As it's going to be Kingsley finding control of it for Amherst. Intercepted, but barely in offsides.
Man.
Oh, yeah, Karalunas was just in offsides there on that play, diving to try to get that puck as it was carried in across the blue line by a teammate. So offsides along the blue line. Another face-off in front of the Hasek Heroes bench. 4:09 to go in the period as Sean's frustration with the offsides rules continue.
They're 10. There's got to be some give and take here.
Certainly wasn't much of an advantage gained by being offsides on the ice laying on one's stomach, but
with two
the
defenders
rules are
on
the
top
rules.
of you.
Turnover, puck to Seville-Duray, and quickly
that
from
happens.
backhand to forehand into the net. It's a 4-2 game in favor of Amherst. Opportunistic play there for number 3. Dania Seville-Duray, second goal of the game, and it is now a 4-2 game in favor of the Knights.
Seville-Duray doing it, just showing off just some he's a little ahead of his time in development. He's got the edge work. Now he shows off the hands in tight, goes to the backhand, quickly pulls it forehand, and in the same motion snaps a shot right by the glove hand. I mean, that's a difficult save for anybody. That's the second time Seville-Duray's made a play on a goal that's like, he's ahead of his development on this one with the skating.
That's where you check the sheet and make sure you're looking at a 10U game as opposed to maybe a 14U game. Those the quick from backhand to forehand effortlessly as he now sidesteps one defender looking to create another opportunity. Seville-Duray stops at the dot, now has a 3-on-0. He's set up for himself, rips the shot, goes far side. Whew, that was really impressive. We were starting to
and we're more excited about it than he is.
Little bit of a selly, though, to cap that one off, as well as Seville-Duray getting the third of the game. It's now a 5-2 game. Very impressive work there from the young goal scorer for the Amherst Knights. That was very, very impressive on both sides of things.
Aaron, that move would have put you or I into the boards, too. Let's be honest. That was a stop on a dime and then another quick shot. My goodness.
We were talking about the skill level and how impressive it has been so far. It's been really, really impressive to see it continuing here as this Amherst squad has had a number of those types of plays throughout the game and forcing the Hasek Heroes team to really play some tough defense, really making it that much more of a tough battle here. We knew it would be a tough one given the Amherst record coming into this one, but that's how you get better, is you play against tough competition. Yeah, so far you're seeing a good battle from both sides here as they're both getting a lot out of this type of game.
Well, Hasek isn't about to go away quietly because here they come with an opportunity.
O'Sullivan looking to set something up, takes the shot from just outside the goal line.
I thought he put that in.
Can't quite get it on net. It ended up hitting the side of the net. We saw the net flutter there, the mesh getting dented there, but it was the outside of the cage, not the inside in this case. And we'll have a face-off to the left of the Amherst cage with 2:47 now to go in the period.
Yeah, no quit from this Hasek Heroes team right off the hop, right back on offense, trying to get an opportunity. Let's see if Hasek can maybe bite into this lead to make for an interesting third period.
So the face-off in the near dot of the Amherst zone. And Amherst finding control of it. A couple of players go to the ice as Hasek Heroes finding possession, getting it to the front of the net. Backhand shot taken. Nahan Howell looking for the second of the game. Can't quite get that one on the netminder. Wesley O'Connor with a good play in his defensive zone, but can't get it up ice. As Hasek Heroes with a nice play in the near dot to create a loose puck there and get it deep in the offensive zone. Mallory McDonald on the far side looking for a passing option. Good defensive play to take that one away and start it up ice. That was Ginster with the defensive work and now creating some pressure here in that far corner. Ginster with that heat on Aubrey Simonik, but Simonik gets it up the near side. McDonald now carrying it up the near boards. Mallory McDonald across the blue line. Staying in on sides there is the Hasek Heroes squad, but it ends up coming back across the blue line. McDonald unable to clear the zone before it goes back in across the blue line, so we have an offsides call with 1:55 to go here in period number 2. Neutral zone faceoff coming up along the Amherst blue line. Our broadcast this morning brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. Amherst completing a line change as we have this neutral zone face-off. Libby Riggy finding control of a loose puck here just below our broadcast position. Can't connect on a pass as now Mike Wright looks to get it into the offensive zone. Right along the far wall with some tight defense from an Amherst defender. This is going to be Jackson Cohen getting to the puck here in the near corner, playing it up the near side. And now Amherst looking to clear the puck out of the zone with Teddy Wilson. Wilson with control of that one, plays it up to a teammate. Good back pressure
Nice
though.
play.
Mike Wright taking that one off the stick of the Amherst player, but can't get it past Riggy as Riggy now has a step on the defender on the far side. Riggy into the offensive zone, takes the wrist shot. Pad save made by Gabriel Mason, keeping this one a 5-2 game. Great work so far by the Hasek's Heroes netminder coming in relief here in this one in the first period. A number of solid saves so far, really being tested by this Amherst squad, which has a number of really impressive shooters.
Yeah, this Amherst squad does not lack firepower, and they are showing it off from every angle today, and there's still another period and change to go here. So Hasek needs to button it up on defense, but they also got to push for offense. They're in a bit of a tough spot right here, but this is how you grow.
Minute 11 to go in the period as we now have a loose puck behind the net, played to the near side. It's going to be Riggy and Wright trying to come away with it. Wright's got a step, carrying it up the near side. Plays it towards the center ice area, barely staying in on sides. Lazor and Wright coordinating that zone entry very well as Jackson Cohen plays it over to the near side for Amherst. Two Hasek's Heroes players over there to create a little bit of offensive zone pressure as it's played out towards center ice with 38 seconds to go in the second period. Mike Wright, the first one to it on the far side, playing it up to the far blue line. Karalunas finds control of it in front of his own bench, but it ends up at the stick of Wilson. Wilson now into the offensive zone. Karalunas coming back very strong there in the defensive zone. Gets that loose puck as Hasek's Heroes trying to kill off the remainder of this period.
Mike Wright's going to get a chance here with 15 to go.
Wright late in the period into the offensive zone, goes backhand, forehand, takes a shot. Stockwell making another save. Hadn't been tested in a while here in this period. Makes the save here in this case at the absolute point when it was needed. And it stays a 5-2 hockey game with 4.8 seconds to go. A collision there in front of the net along that with that play as the coaching staff from both sides come out to tend to players. We'll step away here for a moment as we have a little bit less than 5 seconds to go in period number 2. A 5-2 score in favor of the Amherst Knights.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
Back from the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink as we are set to go for the conclusion of period number 2. 4.8 seconds to go. All players getting back to the benches under their own power. Good to see that as the puck is down here in the offensive zone for Hasek's Heroes, looking for that one last second opportunity. Amherst, though, winning control of the faceoff, getting the puck out of the zone as period number 2 comes to a close. A 5-2 score in favor of the Amherst Knights, as that was a period, Sean, where they pulled away a little bit here in this game.
Yeah, they sure did. Amherst definitely, put it full throttle for the second period to jump out to a 3-goal lead. After Hasek's Heroes cut it to 1 in the second, the first half of that second period, Hasek's had pressure and were getting opportunities, and then at the end, Amherst just kind of hit the gas a little bit. So now Hasek's has a little bit of a hill to climb to get back into this one in the third.
Yeah, 7 goals, so obviously a lot of offense in this game for both sides of things, but we've seen some great goaltending as well. A big reason why Hasek's Heroes has been able to stay in this game is the great work in relief by the netminder Gabriel Mason. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, KJ Stockwell has been a big part of why Amherst has been able to build their lead, making the big saves when it was required for the Amherst side. So we'll see how the goaltending and offense plays out in period number 3. Puck is down as we are set to go here for the third period. Amherst looking for an early shot, and they get that one in on goal. Another save made by Mason. Second opportunity. Good block there from a defender getting in the way of that chance. Just like the second period, Sean, Amherst getting that early opportunity. In this case, really good save made by Mason, denying that chance there early going in the third.
Yeah, Mason again keeping it close for Hasek's Heroes, and again, he makes the save right there after the whistle just for good measure, too.
Offsides play about 29 seconds into the period. Faceoff will be in the neutral zone right in front of the Hasek's Heroes bench, as it is a 5-2 game in favor of Amherst, as they've used their impressive speed and offensive skill so far to build this lead in 3 goals through 2 periods of play. We know that the Hasek's Heroes squad has plenty of firepower. Let's see if they're able to claw their way back here in this one. Hasek's with the puck here in the offensive zone. Kevin O'Connor putting some pressure on there along the far wall. Plays it down low below the goal line as Amherst finding control of it, looking to play it up the near side. Aubrey Simonik keeping it at the point. Good play, though, by Seville Dure to get that one free and playing it up ice along the near side of the neutral zone. Seville Dure getting it to the blue line, but can't get it into the offensive zone as it ends up across the blue line in the offensive zone for Hasek's Heroes. Amherst, though, finding control of that one, getting it to the near wall, where the 2 teams will have an opportunity to set up their structure here against the near boards. O'Sullivan trying to make sure it doesn't leave the zone. O'Connor there as well as the puck is in between the skates of an Amherst player. Seville Dure finds control of it, now skating it up ice. Simonik over there to put some defensive pressure on. Seville Dure changes directions. Simonik not being swayed by that move, stays right there with the play. Good defense there to make sure there was no shot being able to be taken there for Amherst. Kevin O'Connor against the far wall, banking it off the boards, and now Amherst is forced to go back into the neutral zone to find possession of this one. Played up to the blue line of Hasek's Heroes, but Alana Kraft intercepting that one, playing it into the offensive zone. This one's going to be an icing call, however. That one's a really tight offsides or icing call as Kraft let that one go from maybe about 6 inches short of the neutral zone red line. The call was made, though, as we have the icing call against Hasek's Heroes. Face-off in the Hasek zone with 9:58 to go in period number 3, a 5-2 lead in favor of the Amherst Knights.
Yeah, and Hasek's really has to get the pedal to the metal here, down 3 with just under 10 to go here, and Amherst is putting on all kinds of pressure, and they're getting shots on net right here, which is not what Hasek's Heroes needs.
That's Wesley O'Connor behind the net. 2 different Hasek's Heroes players, though, trying to get that puck loose. Comes towards the front of the net. Timmons with a shot. That one doesn't get through. Good work by the Hasek's Heroes defenders to form a wall in front of their netminder. Wraparound attempt by O'Connor. That one doesn't get past the netminder Gabriel Mason. Mason gets the cover up on that one, forcing a stoppage in play. 9:32 now to go in regulation time. Referees getting the net properly set on its moorings as the faceoff will come to the right of Mason in the defensive zone for Hasek's Heroes. Usiak and O'Connor on for the faceoff. Usiak getting control of that one, trying to play it forward with a skate, but it ends up coming right back to Wesley O'Connor. The opposing center, though, Usiak coming back, making sure, marking his man properly, tying up O'Connor to keep that shot from getting away. It's now Mike Wright carrying it up ice, 3-on-1, setting up here for Hasek's Heroes. Wright gets it to the forehand and takes the shot, sneaks it inside the near post. It's now 5-3. Hasek's Heroes getting the much-needed third goal to get within 2, Sean.
And that's the guy that you're going to want to drive the offense through. Mike Wright picks the puck up in his own end and skates all the way down the ice. Gets a perfect low-sinking shot on the goaltender Stockwell. And we have a 2-goal game here with 9:09 to go in the third.
Just as it was set up there in the offensive zone, as maybe the goaltender was starting to look and see what Wright's options were, Wright just set himself up, essentially, gave himself that self-pass by changing the angle a little bit. Really nicely placed shot as well, banking it off the near post and making it a 5-3 game. But Libby Riggy's going to try to get the answer for Amherst. In alone, takes the shot. Mason again stopping the breakaway opportunity as Riggy tried to go 5-hole. Mason shutting the door, keeping it a 2-goal hockey game. Gabriel Mason has been very impressive. Probably the main reason why Hasek's Heroes has had a chance to claw their way back here in this third period.
I definitely won't argue against that, Aaron. He's kept it close. He's been making saves that nobody could possibly blame him if he weren't able to make them, and he's made 3 or 4 of those saves. So Hasek's Heroes is playing well, but Mason has kept this game close and is the reason Hasek's is still within striking distance.
8:54 to go in regulation. Hasek's Heroes within 2 after getting the last goal. Loose puck here in the near dot, played back towards the point. Pekarski tries to keep it in. Kept it in that first attempt. The second one, though, ends up out into the neutral zone as it's Lazore putting some pressure on. Now they get it into the offensive zone where Karalunas has it. Karalunas tries to make the backhand pass, can't get it to a teammate, though, as Amherst finds possession, looking to carry it up ice. Unable to find the path up the near side. Second attempt by Pekarski over to the near boards. Amherst now can't get it out. That second attempt over there to keep it in was Wojciechowski as Amherst finally gets that puck up ice. Teddy Wilson getting it to Riggy. Riggy now with an opportunity. Can't get the shot away. 2 different Hasek's Heroes players over there with that tight defense, keeping Riggy from getting that shot off. Puck is played to the far wall. Amherst looking to keep it in as it's played into the far corner. Wilson and Kraft trying to find possession over there. Kraft giving the opponent a little bit of a push, allowing her to pick it up and then play it up ice. It was innocent looking enough.
But the result looked like a Derrick Henry stiff arm right there.
No harm, no foul.
I didn't see a whistle. That's good hockey.
Hasek's Heroes clearing the zone with 7:35 to go in the period. Pekarski back for Amherst to pick it up. Stopping just inside the top of the circle here on the near side, and then making a pass up in front of the bench. Libby Riggy there just inside the blue line. Pass comes back across the blue line as O'Connor looking to get an opportunity for Hasek's Heroes. Just a little bit too far out in front of him to get that puck settled down to get a shot away.
Good. Look at the effort here by Hasek's to keep this puck in.
Karalunas on his side there, laying out to try to play that one to a teammate. They eventually do get it to the front of the net.
Feed by O'Connor.
Shot was taken there as the shot attempt there was at least made by Garrett Jones after O'Connor got that puck across.
Yep, that's an O'Connor special right there. I've seen that 1,000 times.
Good work by Jones to get out of the zone. Now he's going to have an opportunity to pick it up and get it into the offensive end. Nice battle there along the blue line. The Amherst defender getting the better part of that one. Roman Kingsley with the out-muscling work there to get that puck up ice. O'Connor now in the far corner looking to set it up for his team to get the breakout going. 6:25 to go in the period as one player down low for Amherst battling against 3 different players down there for Hasek's Heroes.
Wow.
And the wraparound play, Danius Sevildure with a beautiful play in the far corner to sidestep 2 different defenders, then goes around the net and gets the wraparound inside the near post. That was maybe the most impressive play that Sevildure has made so far in this game, and there have been a lot to choose from, Sean.
I mean, just on his edges behind the net, just manipulating the defense with his eyes, and then immediately with one step pops out. The second time he's hit on that wraparound, I mean, my ankles hurt watching him do that because that's impressive edge work. My goodness.
The fact that he upgraded the wraparound, that one was about 5 times as clean as the first one was. That alone was impressive enough. But then you factor in what he did in the corner to set himself up for that play. It looked like he was surrounded by most of the Hasek's Heroes players on the ice. He sidestepped at least 2 or 3 of them, got it around the post, and a beautiful finish. His netminder Stockwell making it pay off, making it stand up with a really good save here at the other end. Sevildure now with the step on the defenders here along the near side, looking to add to the Amherst lead, and does so with a hard wrist shot to the far side. just inside that far post. Now 7-3 Amherst as the offensive explosion now for the Knights.
It's 5-3 Seville Dury.
Seville Dury with his fifth of the game, making it a 7-3 contest. Very impressive finish on top of the speed Seville Dury had going through the neutral zone.
Back to that wraparound. Why do I feel like one of his teammates said, nice play, but you didn't do it on a goalie, so we decided to try it on a goalie just because?
I was saying that was the most impressive of his goals so far, and then he upgraded again and really turned on the afterburners for that last one. Certainly a lot to choose from. That's certainly been good to like for Dania Seville Dury. A fine performance here this morning.
He ain't done yet either.
He's not done yet, that's for sure, but certainly the
Here he comes.
Key factor in his team's 4-goal lead. Seville Dury now carries it in up the left wing.
Everybody's on the edge of their seat right now.
Seville Dury takes the shot. He managed to get the mesh to go, but it was off the outside of the net. Tried that wraparound again. This time couldn't quite get the angle on that one.
Aaron, I legitimately thought he picked that corner on that shot.
It certainly looked like it from our angle, looking through
anybody.
the mesh here on the side and then the far side of the net. Certainly could be easy to mistake that one, but Amherst again looking to set up the offense. Seville Dury and Schodel getting it down low. Hopkins picks it up below the net. Hopkins trying to look for that pass to the point. Does eventually get it to the point. Nice play to make sure that puck stays in the offensive zone.
You might want to cover that. Okay. Oh, it's loose!
Puck comes off the backboards in towards the front of the net. Mason didn't really know where that one was. Good of his defenders to make sure they had a good eye on where that puck was. And now Wright's going to have a chance to carry it up ice.
Oh, here's a battle right here. Let's see who comes out of here with this.
Wright tries to sidestep Seville Dury. Can't keep possession of the puck. As Ginster now in the corner looking to start it up ice for Amherst. 4:04 to go in the period. Puck behind the Amherst net. Schmidt over to pick it up in the near corner. Reversing course and trying to start the breakout on the far side. This is going to be Schodel over on the far hash marks. Schodel can't maintain possession of the puck as Usiak plays it to the front of the net. This is Mike Wright in front of the net. Minder takes the shot. Save is made. The rebound was free, but the whistle came.
Sir.
Quick whistle there. Ends up going for, well, the referee reconsiders his call there.
I don't know if he does that if it's a closer game, though, Aaron.
The puck wasn't free as the inadvertent whistle was blown. Wright put the puck into the back of the net. Giving credit with the goal. It's now a 7-4 hockey game. Tough break there for the Amherst netminder, but good stick-to-itiveness for number 21, Mike Wright, making sure he stayed with that play throughout and making sure that he wasn't going to let the score bother him. He was making sure that he was going to do everything he could for his team here late in this game.
They got a penalty on that, but Alana Kraft was absolute. I'm sorry, that was just Alana Kraft. I think frustration was taken out there. Wow. I mean, that's a penalty and needed to be called, but Alana Kraft was taking no prisoners on that play. If you're going to get 2 minutes, earn it, and she did right there.
Minute 30. It's only a minute 30.
Well, Aaron, forgive me. We've done a lot of games where it has not been a minute 30.
Still getting adjusted to that one, I understand. Minute 30 up on the board here.
You get it right at the end of the season.
As we have 3:30 to go in third period play. 7-4 now the lead for the Amherst Knights. And they'll get a power play here late in third period play. As it is going to be O'Connor and Wojciechowski on for the faceoff. Puck is played towards the mid-slot area. Amherst finding possession. O'Connor drops it back to the point. Kingsley trying to keep it in, just barely unable to do so as that puck slid across the blue line before Kingsley could get the stick on that one. Offsides call, faceoff coming back into the neutral zone as our broadcast this morning brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Buffalo's leading indoor golf facility with simulators, lessons, and leagues. Buffalo Golf and Social is Western New York's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Puck in the near corner of the Hasek Heroes zone. Power play here for the Amherst squad as Jackson Cohen trying to keep it in on the far side. Unable to keep that puck from going out to center ice, but it's going to be Kingsley picking it up there for Amherst. R.J. Cohen tries to get it away from one defender. Nice play there as it's going to be McDonald carrying it up ice for Hasek Heroes. Oof. Marlo McDonald's pass towards the front of the net doesn't connect. As a couple of players go to the ice in the far circle. Simona keeping it inside the offensive zone here as Players slow to get back to the ice there for Hasek's Heroes. We'll get a stoppage in play with 39 seconds to go in the Hasek's Heroes penalty. 2:39 to go in third period play. It is a 7-4 lead in favor of Amherst.
Yeah, and Hasek still with a little time trying to make a late push to get this closer. Got an injured Hasek's Hero player here. Looks like he's trying to get up to his feet right here. I think he might have just got the wind knocked out of him. Coach Joe Latempio is checking on his player right now.
And as Coach Joe is over there attending to the Hasek's Heroes player down on the ice, we'll step away here for a moment. You're watching live coverage of Hasek's Heroes hockey live on the Nickel City Hockey Network. 2:39 to go in third period play. 7-4 is the Amherst lead. We'll be back in a moment.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
And back at the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink in Riverside Park, just north of downtown Buffalo. Aaron Elprin and Sean McHugh live from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. 2.5 minutes to go here in regulation. Hasek's Heroes still trying to chip away at the 3-goal Amherst lead. Also trying to kill off a penalty here with 2:25 to go in regulation. We have an offsides call here against Hasek's Heroes. Faceoff will come up here in the neutral zone. 25 seconds to go in the Hasek's Heroes penalty.
25 seconds to go in the penalty, 2:25 to go here in the game. So you got to be thinking, shorthanded push right here to get it to within 2 with 2 to go.
And it's going to be O'Connor for Hasek's Heroes against Seville Dure, the two number 3s on for the faceoff. Hasek's wins control of the faceoff. Mike Wright with control of the puck. Gets it around one defender, now trying to keep control of it. Good play there. Jackson Cohen staying with that play. Got that puck around him initially, but he stayed with it, made sure that the secondary move from Wright wasn't available. Ended up leading the break up the ice, but offsides on the play against Amherst. And 9 seconds now remaining in their power play. Neutral zone faceoff coming up with 2:09 to go in regulation.
Yeah, and we're going to get a neutral zone faceoff here on the offsides. And, Hasek's about to kill this power play, so it's a penalty. But it's interesting to see what they're going to do in the last 2 minutes, if they push to tide or just keep it the way it's been.
Well, we saw they were trailing in last week's game. It was Seville Dure looking to put this one out of reach.
There it is.
And he fires a hard wrist shot, glove side. Really well-placed shot. Danius Seville Dure again finding the back of the net. It's now an 8-4 lead in favor of Amherst. This time, the goal coming on the power play.
And that is a double hat trick there for Seville Dure. He's been really fun to watch today, Aaron.
And that's one of the things that we've certainly gotten to enjoy here with some of these broadcasts of the 10U games. Some of the great skill on display at a young age. It's good to see that the game is alive and well in the next generation of hockey players. Here's another one that has been impressive so far, that being Teddy Wilson. Good defense to make sure that Wilson couldn't get that shot away. He had made a nice move to get himself around the defender, just couldn't quite get to the puck as the defender made sure that the puck wasn't there for him to find it again after making the move. 8-4 now the score in favor of Amherst. 1:35 to go in regulation. Schodel keeping it in for Amherst just inside the blue line. Ends up setting up an opportunity for Wilson in front. Wilson's shot, though, missing net just wide. Puck comes up the near side. This is going to be O'Sullivan trying to hunt it down, but it comes back to the point and ended up taking it outside of the zone was Ariana Schmidt. Kevin O'Connor intercepting a pass, now looking to create something here for Hasek's Heroes. O'Connor with two defenders on him, takes the shot. Stockwell makes the save, it looks like. Yes, he does. KJ Stockwell getting that pad to the ice, keeping that puck from squeaking through. Those black pads, tough to necessarily tell where the puck is once the puck enters the pads. Stockwell makes the save to keep it a 4-goal game. 1:02 now remaining in regulation.
Yeah, so let's see what the final push looks like. Barring an absolute rush of absurdity, it looks like Amherst is going to put this away, but let's see what the Hasek Heroes team does in the last minute to try and maybe salvage, some good vibes going into their next game.
Usiak and RJ Cohen on for the faceoff in the Amherst zone. Cohen winning the draw as Amherst clears it out to center ice. Alana Kraft heading back for it with 58 seconds now to go in regulation. Hasek Heroes doing a good job of getting back on sides, and now it creates an offensive zone opportunity. Taking the shot on the forehand and beating the netminder, Mallory McDonald on the board. Really nice finish.
Look at this celebration. That's her first goal. Look at that.
Mallory McDonald getting on the board.
Someone get the puck.
And her teammates making sure that she enjoys the celebration of that first marker. Mallory McDonald skating past the bench to get the well-deserved congratulations as she makes it an 8-5 hockey game.
That's what you love to see, Aaron. I mean, it's 8-5. You or me would be probably not in a great spot right now, but just to see the reaction by the Hasek Heroes bench for McDonald to get that goal, even though the game's essentially over, that's what it's all about, Aaron.
Really nice finish, too. If you're going to score your first goal, you want it to be like that, not the rebound into the empty net. That's the one that you're going to want to be able to save the highlight from. Certainly
got it for her.
Exactly, we did, and a good job to make sure that make it pay off when the cameras are rolling when you get that first goal. Make it a pretty one with the cameras. As Hasek Heroes trying for a late push, 13 seconds to go in the frame. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Hasek gets it to the blue line, but it's going to be RJ Cohen cutting off that lane as they play it back out towards center ice. Nahan Howell picking it up along the center ice red line as the last couple of seconds tick away in regulation. And the horn goes to cap off things here as an 8-5 victory in favor of the Amherst Knights as they celebrate a well-earned win. Amherst moving their record to 7-1 on the season. An impressive performance from a lot of players in the Amherst lineup. Also some impressive work for Hasek Heroes today. Dania Sevildure can't say enough about the offensive outburst here this morning for number 3. 6 goals for the Amherst Knights forward, but also a lot of really good things on both sides of the puck. Both goaltenders were very good in this one. Gabriel Mason in relief for Hasek Heroes. KJ Stockwell making all the saves required for the Amherst side, and great play throughout from players on each side of things as we continue to enjoy these broadcasts here, Sean. Great to see the next generation of hockey players not only getting to be introduced to the game, getting to learn the game, but also showing that the next generation of the game is ready to take the game to another level.
Yes, they sure can. They sure have. I mean, this is instructional for sure, but this Hasek team is also certainly not lacking in players that can play the game and should develop into some really, really nice players for years to come. It's going to be really exciting to see how these players develop and what the future holds for them.
We'll be back here again next week as our coverage of Hasek Heroes 10U hockey continues. Hasek Heroes against another Amherst Knights squad that is the Amherst Knights Black squad next week. This was the Amherst Knights Silver team coached by Andrew O'Connor. As congratulations to Coach O'Connor on the win here this morning, 8-5 in favor of the Amherst Knights. But like mentioned, be back here with the Hasek Heroes squad next week as they have another Amherst opponent here from the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink in Riverside Park as Hasek's looking to rebound and improve their record, now 3-3-1 on the season. The Amherst squad improving their record to 7-1 with this win here this morning. Thank you so much for joining our broadcast. We'll be with you again next week as Hasek Heroes coverage on the Nickel City Hockey Network continues next Saturday morning, 11 a.m., right here from the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink. And as usual, you can watch all of our broadcasts on our website, nickelcityhockeynetwork.com. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. For camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, color commentator Sean McHugh, my name is Aaron Elpern. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday as well as the rest of the weekend.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready? People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.